Hello, yeah, great and glorious Nick Dutch here yet again. Just want to talk to you today about books of religion and essentially what is important about them and what isn't, more importantly. Whenever you think about religions, one of the first things that springs to mind is asking a religious person what they believe or what the beliefs of the religion are. That's actually a very difficult thing straight away. Because is a religion a group of beliefs? Not necessarily. Also, if you were to ask the question, what does a particular religion believe, you're actually asking to receive a very short, to-the-point answer. If you have a very short, to-the-point answer, you therefore have to realize that it's not going to be fully indicative of the full ramifications of the religion in its own right. Such as the full depth and the full understanding of what the people who follow that religion are basically about. If you're going to take on face value what people who are in a religion say they believe, then you are, number one, admitting that for yourself a very simplistic attitude on life and religion is good enough. Secondly, you are suggesting that whatever you are told you will take to be the truth. Or thirdly, you will be looking to provide a challenge to a belief through a misinterpretation of or misunderstanding of something that a person who is of a religion might or might not say. So essentially thinking, okay, this is a religious person, what do they believe, or indeed asking them, or looking on a website to try and find out what a particular person or a particular religion believes, is a complete logical and rational fallacy in its own right. Secondly, considering that a religion is something that people incorporate into their lives and they grow within time, you cannot say that any particular religion comprises a particular fixed set of beliefs. Thirdly, and giving the example of the Christian religion, you also, as in this case a practicing Christian, cannot say that you believe the words of your book, in this case the New Testament, is in fact the words of God or indeed what you believe. The reason I say this is because there's so many words, there's so many phrases, so many stories within the New Testament, it has to be by its very nature self-contradictory. So you then have to ask yourself whether it is the alleged beliefs of a religion which is important, whether it is the alleged words within any written text of the religion which is important, or whether it is the process of growth and development that a particular religion might be able to give people, either on a more superficial level or on a deeper level through further study. When we look at Christianity, does one have to believe in the creed of the Church of England to be a member of the Church of England? Again, I would argue no. You do not have to believe in God. I do not believe that you have to believe in Jesus. I do not believe that you have to believe that Jesus is the Son of God, although it might help. But it is perfectly possible to utilize the methodology inherent in Christianity. Not just prayer, not just reading the book, but also looking deeper, as if it were, behind the words to try and work out what the various apostles and evangelists were trying to say, and then try to incorporate that, certain other changes into your life. That would make an awful lot more sense. Because of the simplification of religion, because people take statements about the beliefs of different religions as being fully descriptive of the religions in question, there is this psychological haze which obscures all truth, and I mean literally all truth, about each and every single religion out there. This is, I mean, I don't want to call it a psyops, I don't want to call it brainwashing, but in practice, that is what it has become. People say nasty things against Christianity, and only providing some very limited examples to support their understanding or lack of understanding about Christianity. A lot of aspects of the modern pagan community sees themselves as rebelling against certain aspects of Christianity, not realizing that they have incorporated many other aspects of Christianity within their own practices. So, you know, well, what am I trying to drive at? When you, as an individual who's looking at either a religion to follow, or when you're looking at religions to criticize them, take into account that it is by reasoning, by logic, and by thought completely impossible for you to have a full understanding as to what it means to be a follower of a certain religion just through limited reading and limited conversations with anyone. You know, it just can't happen. It's not true. Often people who are criticizing the Ten Commandments in Christianity say, well, you know, no one has ever fulfilled these Ten Commandments. No one has ever got through life without telling a lie. But then you actually look at the real words, you know, the real words which are in the Ten Commandments. It doesn't say, thou shalt not lie. It says, thou shalt not give false testimony against your neighbor, so you don't go to court and say, yeah, I saw this guy stealing something, when in fact you didn't see that person stealing something. That's a whole load of difference between turning around to your neighbor and saying, aren't your kids cute, when basically you want to strangle the little bastards. That's just an example from my life, okay? Now, I feel that, I mean, I've been going through a fair few of the religious discussions on YouTube, and many of them only observe Christianity, atheism, Judaism, Hinduism, Islam, and all the rest in a very, very, very simplistic light. A very, very limited light. The Christian God, when taken in a much greater depth, could have many more benefits to contemplate as an idea and or to believe in than the idea of this like heaven versus hell dichotomy, which is peddled by people who follow the religion but don't actually understand what they're talking about. Instead of seeing the books of religion as the written law of the faith, it might be worthwhile seeing the books of religion as a source book, a source of ideas, a mythology of the people, rather than anything which is factually descriptive of what people who follow a certain faith believe. So, you know, you can take the heat off your analysis and try and take it from another point of view. So if you are a Christian, you don't have to see the Bible as being true, and you can still be a Christian. You can see the Bible as just being a collection of ideas which are part of your cultural background and mythology, so to speak, which has at times little pearls of wisdom in it which you can incorporate into your life. And you can still be a Christian and do that. You don't have to believe in either God or Jesus Christ. You can still be a Christian if you can work out where this hidden passage or path of self-development is, which is inherent in the writings in Christianity. There you go. Nick Dutch's thought for today. Signing out.